Hey people, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. First of all, welcome back Rusty Darlington fans. Welcome Iron Maiden fans. But more importantly, welcome Can I Play With Madness fans. So, tiny bit of backstory if you're unfamiliar with me. I'm familiar with the channel. Like I say, if you're first here, welcome. It's good to see you. Sign the bottom line. I'm a diehard Maiden fan in terms of like pretty much everything they do. I had a high school band, and everything that they did in Iron Maiden's early years, I wanted to do in my band. The first album will be self-titled. The fifth album will be live. Doesn't matter. Going into pointless stories. Everything they do, I've considered, glorious and amazing. However, like any other band in the world, there are moments in their discography where it's questionable. There are moments where it's like, up to boys. So I'm going to take you, in my opinion, I'm going to take you through one of those up to boys moments, and I'm going to sit here and kind of digress. No, I'm going to sit here and digest, in my opinion, one of, like, top 3 Iron Maiden's worst songs. It's Can I Play With Madness. I've never liked that song. I've never been a huge fan of the album Seventh Son that it comes from. If you're one of those people, and it wouldn't surprise me if you are, there are hundreds of rankings of Maiden's albums that I've watched in the past 6 months, recently, whatever, where a lot of people will rank Seventh Son like top 5, even top 3. And me, I'm on the complete opposite end. I will rank Seventh Son incredibly low compared to them. I'm not going to tell you where I've ranked it, because there's the ranking video. I ranked all of Maiden's albums, and I put Seventh Son considerably low compared to these people that chuck it at 3 or 1. So, I don't know. There's just something about it that I've never been... It's probably because of this song, that's why it sits where it sits. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm not 100% coherent with my thoughts, so this is such a rambled video, but it's going to be fun. This is not a reaction. This is not a, oh my god, what is this? This is just a, let's listen to Maiden's worst song together. Quest for Metal, Questy calls out, what's it called, Quest for Fire? With as his worst Maiden song, which is funny. I wonder if it's a play on words because it's got Quest in the name, but I don't know, man. Quest for Fire is pretty amazing compared to this absolute nonsense that is Can I Play With Madness. So 3 minutes of rambling. I'm sorry, but now we're going to get into it. I'm just going to sit here and pretty much digress and talk to you why Can I Play With Madness is Maiden's worst song. Let's do this. Obviously, we've got the video in front of us. I'm not just going to sit here and listen to the audio. We've got the video because the video is fun too. I know what the video is, so let's just go. Right. Old man sleeping. Hit me, daddy. Can I play with madness? Right, straight up. That's not a Maiden intro. That's a fucking Queen intro. That's just, Maiden are not choir boys. Yes, they have some pretty nice sounding backing vocals, but they're not Queen, and they're not just, crystal clear with the the minute I heard that, I was just like, oh boy, what is this? All right, carry on. I'm just gonna pick apart this whole song. Come on. That's a nice Maiden riff. I'll give you that. That's a nice Maiden sounding riff. It's gallopy. It's like the, it's that typical Maiden gallop, which we love. Now, when I first heard the song, I was very, 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 very unfamiliar with Iron Maiden's other work, as opposed to the really, really early stuff, like the first 2 albums. That is what I was raised on. Those 2 albums, to me, are like the Bible. So when I heard this song, at first, I wasn't sure if it was Bruce singing. I know, it sounds funny, but I knew what Bruce sounded like because I know what Number of the Beast is, but I was like, it doesn't sound like Bruce, not knowing that it was almost, it was like, 5-6 years later. But anyway, like I say, verse riff is cool. Jug, 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 jug. It sounds cool, but at the same time, it's a bit, it's just a verse, so it can't be that exciting, can it? It's a funny video too. I know there's something about, Is this like this guy's last performance before he died or something like that? I know that. I know that from the history of Iron Maiden. See, it's catchy enough. The verse is catchy. And of course, we've got the diehard fan drawing Eddie in the sky, which is cool. It gives me Brave New World vibes. Do you know what? To the point where if I start praising this song too much, then I won't upload this video. But yeah, doesn't matter. And then we just hit with this this goddamn radio-friendly choir synthy chorus, and it's just like, what the heck is this? Oh, it's just like, no. Nah, I don't like this at all. It's too radio-friendly. It's too synthy to be Maiden. Like, that's the really, really dumb thing about Maiden on this album, is the amount of synth that comes through it. You can't play heavy metal with synthesizers. Well, these guys have proven that. Well, okay. I'm not saying you can't, because Somewhere in Time was an incredible album. But just, my God, that chorus though. Oh, compared to anything else that I'd made and done, even Wasted Years wasn't that commercial sounding, and that's a pretty commercial sounding song, you know? But even that didn't tally up with this nonsense. Again, that just, so far, that verse gallop is probably the nicest thing about this song. Because it's typical Maiden. That's how they draw us fans in. Do you know what I mean? And with the depictions of Eddie. I'm struggling to speak, but it's alright. Now hit me with another terrible chorus. It's too sing-along-y. And it's just like, when I hear those words, it's just like, no, that's obviously the premise of the song. There's no vision there. It's not good. Oh. How he's feeling right now is what I'm feeling too, listening to this song. Now, so like I say, I've praised the verse simply because it just sounds mainly jug, 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 but it's not hard to do that to sound like Maiden, you know, so that's not entirely like a reason to listen to it. I've gone through 2 choruses now that are just completely beyond what Maiden do, and it's just, however, the bit that comes up next is kind of a rejoice. You know, it's not exactly Phantom of the Opera, but it's, at least it gives Maiden it gives the song like a reason to leave it playing on the CD player to get to this point. Do you know what I mean? And then a solo kicks in. And they try to flash me back with clips of Live After Death. Trying to distract me from what I'm actually listening to. Dun dun. See, that's Maiden. That sounds cool. That could have been something off the first album. And just when you think the song could be good. Oh. Have you ever heard Maiden be more happy? And there's nothing wrong with happy metal. But at the same time, there's, you know, it's just like, please, God. A cappella choruses and just too many keyboards. And it's just, wow. One more time for the boys at home. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah. Like I say, that wasn't exactly a dissection. It was more or less me just listening to Maiden's worst song. I don't like it. I've never liked it. Seventh Son only has like three at the most good songs on it, and by Christ, that is not one of them. So yeah, there's no real plot to this video. I just sat here, I got lit earlier, and you're feeling the wrath of it. So yeah, can I play with Madness? No, I will never play with Madness, and forever that will be ranked way, way, way down the bottom, way below Quest for Fire. Quest for Fire is a great song, but hey, if you like that video, sweet as. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. I'm probably already not a fan of it. It doesn't matter. It's hard to give me anything positive that surrounds Can I Play with Madness, but yeah, don't worry about it. Stay inside, stay safe, stay happy, stay listening to metal, but don't listen to Madness. And I will see you all in the next video, okay? keep smiling, and I'll see you all later.